Hello, and at long last, welcome back to 427 Motorsports. It's time for Ian's Start. A new start. A new start. Roll the intro. So if you're just here for the whole Lanoguard thing, skip on. We'll put at the bottom where to skip to because we understand maybe it's not our usual audience that's going to be watching this, but we feel that if you are one of our usual audience, we should probably give you a very, very quick catch-up as to why we suddenly disappeared off the face of the earth.
Some of you know already, but for those that don't, we lost our last workspace.
We lost it.
Yeah, lost it.
Fuck,
Down on the back of the
yeah, that was it.
But we found a new one, and we were just getting set up here now. So,
and the difference with this one is, it's ours. So for once, we're not going to be kicked out in a year's time. So after God knows how many reboots, we're getting as bad as Tomb Raider at this point. But statistically, we should be on the good Tomb Raider by now.
we're past Triangle Tits.
That was only the first one, to be honest. So that's not even really like.
Are we at Keeley Halls now, or is that new?
I think we're at Keeley Hawes now, so we need to stay at Keeley Hawes.
Yeah, not go to whoever that.
So the new one's actually pretty good, but sure.
I have no idea.
I don't want yet another reboot. We're fucking rambling here.
Yeah, anyway.
So, we are in our new workshop. Now, as you can see, it's a bit of a fucking mess, but that is because, well, somebody's standing where an engine used to be.
I could be an engine, but
I am an engine. Yeah, so unfortunately, Debbie here, our 427 Motorsports van, decided that fifth gear was overrated.
until Johnny Smith.
Sorry, Johnny. Fifth gear was overrated.
We actually really like fifth gear.
Yeah, so unfortunately, and that was literally the same week we moved in. So all of our moving shit has had to come to a halt, and I've had to pull out fifth gear. Now, unfortunately, I've done a Quentin Wilson and I've pulled out a fifth gear. So we are putting in, I say we, I'm going to borrow them for 5 minutes later on.
Yeah.
But as you can see in the ground here, we are putting in the Mark III gearbox, which is what's actually meant to be with this engine. We will get into a video on this. Well, we probably will at some point. I don't know. When we run out of new content to do. But we now are getting set up and are going to have a shit ton of new stuff for you.
So for our podcast listeners, I know there are at least 4 of you.
There might be any more. I mean, there were 4 at one stage, but that was at our peak.
Yeah, oh, the good old days. We'll be setting up a new podcast area, so podcasts will be making a return.
Not just as podcasts, but also as videos. So you'll be able to watch us take the piss out of each other.
Vlogs.
Vlogcasts. But it also means that we kind of have to watch ourselves because it's going to be on YouTube. So,
and also our latest harebrained scheme is that we are going to try flipping cars because we got to pay for stuff somehow and we're very broke.
Yes, now we actually own a place. It's like, oh shit, you have to pay for things now.
Can't just shock to the system.
Can't just ring the landlord and say, here, the shitter's not working, send somebody out. We have to actually go and fix it now.
There we have to. We are the landlord.
We are the shitters.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, so
yeah,
that is where we are at the minute. We are now making a full return. We actually weren't really ready for this, to be honest, right now, because of this happened. But we swore today we were getting back into videoing. So now let's get into Lanoguard.
So, back about 6 months ago, just before we forgot
Before the event.
where we put our old house, we had some contact with Lanoguard, who do a product that basically, like when your oil boy says he's wax oiled the bottom of the yoke, but possibly better.
Okay.
Or when the oil boy says he's put waste oil on the yoke.
Sure, no, it's 4 waste. Do you remember that time we went to buy the Jag and the man said that there was a car parked in a bog, but because he put waste oil on it, everything else around it rotted except for it? I was like, aye, dead on.
Great story. That's what you need to do. Park it in a bog with waste oil.
We should also clarify, Lanoguard did not pay us a penny. This is an unbiased video.
So we wouldn't put our name to something we didn't like. So basically what I'm getting to is we put Lanoguard in this car about 6 months ago, and we're going to have a look now and see how it's fared. This car's been in daily use. It's done quite a lot of miles since we put it on.
How many miles, Connor?
I don't know how many.
Adrian Flux has entered the chat.
I don't know how many this car's done. Anyway.
Also, we should clarify that we did a quick instruction on how to do that.
We do, and that'll be in this.
We will cut to that now.
Editor's note, as I'm currently editing it right now. This footage was recorded back in May, I think, Connor.
I think it was.
It could be shite. We're kind of just taking what we can from it. We had some audio issues on the day and stuff like that, so we wanted to throw it in here and give you an idea of what's in the package when you buy one, how to apply it roughly, and then we'll get back to what we think.
So, what's in the box? This is it here with our address scribbled out of it. So, we were talking to the guys and gals at Lanoguard, and they said this should be enough for our Mercedes W123 estate. Now, rustproofing is kind of the bane of every classic car owner's existence, and the pitch for this one is that anybody can do it. If you can wash your car, you can Lanoguard your car, is what they say. So we're going to find out if that's actually really the case. We may be more experienced than your average DIYer, but we still don't have a clue what we're doing, so this should be a good, accurate test. What we have used in the past is wax oil, and we've used Raptor, and we've used HB Body's Tough Liner. This is the first product we've used that is just a spray on and it works. Now apparently it eats into rust as well. So, well, let's just tear it open and see what happens. I'm actually using a knife for this. Usually I use my bare hands like a man.
Right.
Packaging. That was meant to go behind me, but alright. First of all, we have a spray bottle. I think that is the main, it's a good quality spray bottle, I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's nice looking.
Yeah, it's sturdy. But this here will be the real test, how long this thing lasts. So I'm guessing the plan is you pour it into this and just spray it on with this.
Okay.
No compressors needed, maybe. Dunno. Now they do say you can spray it on to any part of the car other than the likes of the brakes. So right. That's good for us because we're lazy. Right. So this is the product itself. How much did we get then in the end? We got, is this what, 2.5 litres? 2 litres. So it's a 2 litre thing. That should be enough to do the underside of a W123 estate. Ah, right, okay. This must be for going into cavities and things. Those cavities. Yeah, so put this in the spray bottle and then this tube could be fed into the... Wait, no.
That's the wrong way around. That's not right at all.
Answers on a postcard, please.
That's for cavities.
That's for cavities. But it's solid at one end. Oh no, it's a wee pinhole. It's like, do you know Suki, the drink?
Yeah, but nobody else does. That wasn't a thing outside of. It wasn't a thing outside of Northern Ireland.
Is it not?
No.
Right. Well,
that was a Fane Valley special.
Fane Valley special. And moto grease. Now this I do know what this is. This is an extra grease that they give you. So they say to put this onto the likes of bolts and things where rust is where you're most likely to get bad or annoying rust.
Everywhere on a fucking Mercedes.
Yeah. Where you're most likely to get bad rust. You pour this on.
Slather the bottom of the car in it then.
Put on. Yeah, you put some of the bolts, this on bolts and things like that. Oh, it says on it, weld seams, nuts and bolts, pins and sharp edges. Yeah. And then you spray just everywhere else. So, okay. Other than that, there's a receipt. So that actually proves we did pay for it. So it's not a free product, we have actually paid for it. And it gives you some instructions.
Lovely.
So, what I do like about them is they are a small company. There is like 11 people in the company. Yeah. That's more than us.
That's more than us, but it's still a small business.
It's good more than us, but it's less than the local shop.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Here.
Let's go. You're such a dick.
This is going to fill my box section.
Fill my box. Okay. Lovely.
Nice. Let's get started. To do this, we're going to have to get underneath the car. So that means we're going to have to raise the car up somehow. A sensible channel might use a good set of ramps or a good jack. But
Are we gonna get to use the ramps?
we're going to use the most death-defying, terrifying, came from a scrapyard set of ramps you've ever seen.
They actually literally came from a scrapyard.
They're not safe. Let's do it. My car's going to be this wide. Bust. Safety always last. This is from the last safe application of these ramps. You can see all the steel has just been twisted around right in a circle. So that's good.
Back them on there, be alright.
It might.
Well, sure, I'm the one fucking driving it on apparently, so...
I know, in my beloved car.
Oh well.
Right,
Let's do it.
where's the keys?
You tell me, it's your car.
But you're driving it.
Why would I have the keys? You dick. These ramps are incredibly powerless, and if you're going to do this yourself, I would probably just use a jack, to be quite honest, but I insisted on us using the ramps because they're funny, so here goes nothing, eh? It's only 2 tons of Mercedes. What?
That'll do.
Why? What's happened?
What?
What happened there?
The ramp's moving. The ramp's ready to
it?
fucking... Yeah, it's not great, but the ramps aren't great either.
Oh, you only went on to the half.
Yeah, and then they started moving, so...
Oh.
It's not going to fall off, like.
I don't know, I'm just checking. Well, worst happens, you'll be in the middle.
Yeah.
And they'll come flying past and the car will go away.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
It was about this point things started to go wrong for Tomo and Connor. It was this very night that this was recorded that we got the phone call saying we had to leave the house. And when we recorded all of the underside section of this video, it turns out the microphones weren't recording. So we have the video footage, but it's very easy to apply. You brush the grease on like Connor's doing here, and then you spray all the rest of the car. You can see it is an incredibly messy job, so please wear old clothes and be ready to wash your hands. But other than that, it's a very straightforward process. It's just messy. And then you can also do things like your inner arches and stuff as well.
So this car, as I say, has been in daily use. It's been through rain, mud, not snow because it hasn't snowed since like early summer when we did this, or springtime. But it has been well used. We wanted to give it a few months to make sure that, you know, because I'll be honest, it looked brilliant when we first put it on in the class.
To be fair, the plan was actually only to give it a couple of weeks and then life got in the way.
Yeah.
So if anything,
we'll
it's
give
the
you a
more
better
accurate.
test. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a look at this now, and we're going to see how it's fared compared to that original and see how it's doing, really. So let's jack it up.
Where's your point down to go up?
As always, find a nice safe spot to jack your car up on. Some sort of front cross member should do the trick here.
Nice wee shot of his ditties there.
Nice.
Oh, I've got a cramp. That's the problem. See, since we last started doing this shit, I'm in such worse health.
Me too, like, I definitely haven't got better anyway. Now, coincidentally, this car's up for its MOT this month, so Lanoguard, if this hasn't worked, coming for you.
I'm calling you out, Lanoguard. You kept promising me this and you kept promising me that. But my yoke's still rotten. Now, we should also clarify that Lanoguard doesn't claim to actually fix. Like,
No, it doesn't fix rust.
If your yoke's fucked, your yoke's fucked. Like,
It's a protective layer, basically, over it.
that's it. I mean, there's no point wearing a condom which is already pregnant.
Probably not.
So there's no point using Lanoguard if the yoke's already fucked.
Yeah. Can you get double pregnant? Like, can you?
I believe it's called twins. That's how
Is that how that works? Do you
Yeah.
just have sex again? And you
See these ones that come out with fucking quintuplets and all? Dirty bastards, hey. Yeah, Colin, where'd your legs go?
Uh,
I lost my legs, Lieutenant Dan.
bubble gum shrimp.
All right, that's a yoke off the ground now.
All right, let's get some axle stands because I don't want to get dead either.
Oh, did you just... I missed that. Oh, no.
I'm glad you missed that.
I wish I didn't miss that.
Um,
Are the Axel stands in better shape than Axel Rose right now?
how's Axel Rose doing?
Well, he can't sing anyway. He could sing the last time I saw him, like in 2017.
Who was it did a really bad concert?
Blondie.
Yeah, I know. It was like Iron Maiden or someone, wasn't it?
Don't you dare.
No, but it was,
But
wasn't
probably. I said, don't you dare, but probably.
it? I think it was them. And they
In the words of Phil Collins, but seriously, like.
Yeah, I think they got booed off, didn't they, like a few years ago?
Seriously?
I think so. I think they were that bad, and they were late, and they were really bad.
Do you think that Mr.
I could be-
Dickinson's fucking airplane didn't arrive on time?
I could be unfairly slagging them for no reason at the minute, but
That sounds like you. You're not a metalhead like I am, like.
right, where's Jack Seeley Light?
Jack Seeley is...
In the kitchen.
No, why would you have a garage torch in the kitchen? Oh yeah, I did actually have it charged. Yeah, fair enough.
Yes, in the kitchen, is it?
It's in here. No, it's in here. I have used it for something or other. We are now walking into the garage with the gimbal on. It's actually quite cool. Let me think. I think it is... Oh, it's right there.
Good.
Tell you who also isn't sponsoring us, probably because we haven't done a video in like ever. Jack Seeley.
Maybe someday.
Jack himself, like actual Jack.
Jack had.
I think it's because he's dead.
Is he dead?
Jack Seeley's bound to be dead.
Hello,
now.
Jack. Are you dead?
I'm currently sitting here editing this video and they looked up to see if Jack Seeley was dead or not. Turns out he's not called Jack Seeley. He's actually called John Seeley, and the company is called Jack Seeley because his first product was the Trolley Jack. The more you know. Back to the show.
I don't know, we need probably better...
You probably have to get quite close and we'll have a look.
Well, actually, it's looking okay here. Alright, cool. You put an axe.
Let's just get this axle stand out of the way, fucking blocking.
Let's put the axe stand on the floor. So,
Right, well. Okay, so
it's not easy to get a good angle here. And
it's not. There's.
Let me get an angle on this here.
Now, this car's had welding before. Some welding here I can see, and it's been undersealed quite nicely, but I don't really want to peel the underseal back.
It could be the only thing holding it together.
Yeah, it could be. But
Was that one of them Bluetooth axle stands?
yeah,
Is that actually making any contact?
no. Do you know what? It's actually looking very nice. If you get a shot, see in here, right?
Where we're looking?
I Lanoguarded all of this, including all this stuff here, where there's where there's no. Well, you'll see it in the footage. Like, it's looking very like nice, you know. It immediately took it to this like dark color under here. Now there's a lot of dust, road dust on it from the last few months of use, but no, I'm very pleased with that, to be honest.
You haven't really given it much of a look over here. Like, it just seems like an advertorial now.
Yeah, I know.
You have to say something negative about it.
Oh, yeah.
So we can't just compliment it. It has to be...
So you can see.
No, I can't, because the camera's fucking about right.
Okay. Well, on any of these, I put lano grease on a lot of these.
No, what's the lava grease? So I suppose we probably explained it in the video. People have just watched.
I hope we did, because I can't remember. Lano grease basically goes onto your exposed bolts and things just to keep them good for the next one, like, you know.
It's like not riding the woman to keep her good for the next one.
I'm a beautiful ball joints too. And nice, not burst.
Vulcanized rubber.
What's it mean? So I put the grease on all of these fittings, and it's still here for a start, which is a good sign. You know, it's obviously very long lasting.
Yeah.
Look at these brake shields are they're nice and black. You know, they're not like most of
See if I can get a better shot of that.
most of the brake shields on my cars are not there. They're running away. You know, This is not Lanoguard's fault, to be honest, because this was already a bit rough. I'm going to weld it.
Good one. JB Weld.
Even these track rods, right? Like, they're not... Like, I didn't do much cleaning on this at all. I literally just pressure washed it underneath. Didn't, you know, there's no soap or anything like that. Just pressure washed the dust off. Sprayed it with a layer of Lanoguard and then put Lano grease on all these exposed fittings, you know?
Yeah.
And they're, like, the fact that the grease is still here, I think is fantastic, because...
Did I look at that now?
See, can you see in this one here?
Yeah.
And this one here, like, you know, because these, you know yourself, these are a nightmare for if you want to get wheel aligned.
Yeah, don't talk about wheel alignment.
I only align one wheel at a time. Yeah. And again on this side, the brake shield is looking lovely and not rusty. I think that's probably one of the best indicators there, because they're always tarnished to hell and covered in rust on my cars. But this is still...
Yeah, but like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
What was it like before you put it on? Because yes, you kept...
Well, obviously it was... obviously it wasn't rusty. But like we said that, like, it doesn't cure rust. It's not like, you know, treatment.
It's not cure rust.
It's we're not sponsored by Hamright either. It's preventative. There's bits that I have to clean up that were already there, which is fair enough. But you know what? It hasn't got, you know, they haven't got worse either, which is also testament to Lanoguard.
Now, you didn't pressure wash this before doing this video.
No, I didn't.
When did you last pressure wash this, Cal?
Probably underneath was probably when the Lanoguard went on it.
So it's actually, now I know for a fact you drive this a lot, and I think a lot of people know you drive this a lot, because
Yeah.
so you put up Instagram stories of it fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's still remarkably clean. Now, a lot of people, because we were looking at things before we bothered to put it on and before we were interested in it, a lot of people were worried that it would grab a load of mud or dirt or whatever.
Yeah, and stick it to the underside, and you can see it actually hasn't at all.
Yeah.
You know, there's splashes of mud and stuff on here from, like, basically the last, like, couple of days driving that I've been doing through all these puddles and stuff, like, but it's not, you know, I've not got clumps of dirt stuck to the underside of it or anything.
Why the fuck is that axle stand got a red top on it?
You tell me. Mr. sprayed my car on axle stands in the garage earlier this year.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's my fault. Fair enough. So Connor's had a little bit of a look around the 123, and for the most part it is actually looking pretty damn good. Now, we can't just say it's all positives with Lanoguard now. In our opinion, maybe it's a wee bit expensive. I think we kind of thought it was on the higher end of things.
Possibly.
But compared to the price of welding,
Yeah.
it's probably a lot cheaper than that.
You'll be in the money.
Fiberglass is cheaper than all of them, or whatever.
47 does not condone fiberglass in your car.
For what it's worth, as two people who are working or creating a new workshop, yeah, we don't condone fiberglass. Unless requested. Anyway, yeah, and another thing is, if it's okay for the likes of me and Connor here, even though we are young and decrepit, for the older people who maybe struggle a wee bit with getting under cars, it's maybe a wee bit hands-on to it and that, but then sure, it's the same with anything, like doing a trawl or fucking wax oil or anything. It's all hard, dirty work. So it might be an idea for Lanoguard to see about maybe getting like a, what do you call them, like installer workshops or something like that.
That might be a job.
Might be something where people can get it applied at somewhere and know that it's done properly, so you don't have to worry about being finicky with the instructions and all that sort of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, unsponsored on fucking everything. No, it's actually pretty damn good. What do you think, Connor? It's held up well for you?
Yeah, and it was easy as well. You know, it went straight out of the bottle, didn't it? It was just sprayed straight on. I liked the lance for getting into the cavities. That was good.
Yes, the Lance Vance.
Last dance for Lance Vance in the cross members of the chassis, like, you know, that was good.
Yeah.
So I absolutely would recommend it, and I will be putting it back on that car and probably all of my cars now. Probably every 6 months because they're driven that much. So yeah, definitely recommend.
So that's our quick little overview at Lanoguard. So you recommend 427 seal of approval?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, there you go.
It's cheaper than welding.
It's cheap. That should be their new slogan. It's cheaper than welding, boy. So yeah, this is, sorry it's such a short wee video to get back into it, but we wanted to make sure we actually do get back into it. This is the start of 427 being back again. We've also got really damn good internet at our new place, which means we are going to be looking at videos on scale models as well. You get that to look forward to. We might do some live streams at some stage. We're going to be doing the podcast in video form, but also might do it live sometimes and stuff like that. So you really don't know what we're going to do now. It's
Keep you guessing.
keep you guessing, boy. So if you've held on to this long, thank you so much. If you've just joined us, thank you so much.
Follow us on Instagram at 47 Motorsports. We also have an Instagram for our scale models, 47 Scale, which is...
It's like 124th scale, but it's 427 scale.
That'd be so small. That'd be like tiny, like you wouldn't even be able to...
How would that even work? Because it's 1 to 24, so it is 24 times smaller than the
Yeah,
one
so
scale.
it'd be 427 times smaller. So it'd be like ships. They do ships in like 700, 1 to 700 scale, which are like this big. So a car would just be like...
We've absolutely lost the listening now.
Yeah, never mind.
Or viewer.
But if they wanted the scale model channel, then they probably would be interested.
That is true. It'll be this channel.
Yes.
Anyway,
So we will catch you in the next video when we're doing I don't know what, but something interesting, I bet. I bet.
interesting someone anyway.
Even if it's just us.
Mightn't even be us.
So take it easy and we'll catch you in the next one.
Good luck.
Good luck.